Nucleus for the first time was described by someone called Robert Brown. That's my first point here. Described by, you will have to remember the name, children, and the year also. Robert Brown in the year 1831. Okay. Now, children, please understand one fact, that every time you're supposed to view a particular cellular structure under a microscope, you will have to stain the cell. Without staining the cell, you will not be able to ever see the internal structure. So वैसे ही nucleus को भी आप stain करके ही देखोगे. Nucleus internally contains DNA and RNA, and you know, children, am I audible? Yeah. And you know that DNA, RNA are what in nature? Are they acidic or basic in nature? Perfect. They are acidic in nature. So, अगर nucleus को आपको stain करना है, the content which contains acidic material, you will stain it using the basic dye. So, nuclear material is stained using basic dye. Dhruv, staining the cell matlab basically applying some dye or a color or stain. So what we do is we take a beaker. Inside this beaker, we add a stain or a dye or some color. All mean the same. And then we add cell inside it. So cell will pick up the stain. Got it? And acha, have you ever seen, Dhruv, you must have definitely seen some structure under the microscope. कोई cell, कोई tissue, कुछ तो देखा होगा कभी. You would always find it to be colored, pinkish in color, purplish in color. देखा है कि नहीं? By how your cells, do they have pink and purple color? No. We stain them. Got it? So likewise, nucleus would get stained by some basic dye. And I'll give you an example of a basic dye. Acetocarmine. So acetocarmine can be very nicely used to stain the nucleus content, and it will be very clearly seen under the microscope. So when we started studying this particular nucleus, we found that nucleus has two coverings. It has double membrane. A double membrane hai, those two membranes are going to either allow or disallow certain materials to come in or take an exit. Plus, it is the one internally which contains all the genetic material. And this genetic material is going to have overall control over the cell. Nucleus is bound by two membranes. Acha, one more thing. How many nuclei have you all drawn inside a cell whenever तुम लोग ने diagram draw किया? एक, right? Yes, everybody is answering one. But public, it's not necessary that one cell will show only one nucleus. ऐसे तो तुम लोग ने माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया भी मैक्सिमम 2 बनाया होगा, प्लास्टिड भी तुम लोग ने मैक्सिमम 2 बनाया रहेगा, ईआर भी तुम लोग ने एक आधा बनाया रहेगा. बट तुमने जितना बनाया या तुम जितने इमेजेस में देखते हो उतना ही नंबर ऑफ ऑर्गेनेल्स प्रेजेंट रहे सेल में, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. We do have certain cells which have more than one nuclei. More than one nuclei, matlab can I call it as a multinucleated condition or a polynucleated condition? Nice. So the number is going to vary. Yes, of course, minimum one nucleus is present. But also guys, we do have certain exceptions. We do have certain exceptions जिसके पास एक भी nucleus नहीं है. Example, mammalian RBC. Yes, very nice. Which I don't think so. You all are medical? Shreya and Dhruv? I don't think so. I doubt. क्या बात है? Very good. Medical students here? Raise your hand if in case, is there anyone? नाम में से तो कोई दिख नहीं रहा मेडिकल का. Okay, let's come back to the topic. You're right, beta. Exception, mammalian RBC. One more exception I'll give you. I don't know whether you know this or not. Mature sieve tube element or mature sieve tube. Heard of sieve tube ever? नहीं ना? चलो. Heard of phloem? Phloem सुना है सबने? Right. Phloem is a vascular tissue, the one which conducts food. Now, in phloem, you have more cells. Like there are 4 different type of cells which combine together to form phloem. वैसे ही 4 different type of cells which combine together to form xylem. Okay? अगर ऐसा कोई condition दिख रहा है और उसमें one of those is your sieve tube, and this sieve tube is present without any nucleus. ठीक है? Shruti, you can take an exit. You know why. Shruti, can you hear me? Please take an exit. Chalo. Also, guys, we have some cells which show binucleated structure. Binucleated having 2 nuclei, and the example of it is paramecium. Yeah. Then we also have some wherein many nuclei are seen. That condition is said to be polynucleated condition. अच्छा, अब polynucleated condition को, right Prajna? Polynucleated condition को plants में we call it with some other name, and in case of animals we term it something else. In plants it is said to be cenocyte. In animals it is said to be syncytial. Okay, and the example of polynucleated condition is your muscle cells. Absolutely right, beta. ठीक है? अच्छा. Also, one more fact, children. You don't find, though you must have drawn it this way, but you don't find that every single cell would have spherical nucleus only or an oval kind of nucleus only. It all varies again. The shape of nucleus also varies. For example, if you see a cuboidal cell, you will find the nuclei to be spherical over there, spherical in shape. When you see a columnar one, it would be ovoid. Squamous epithelium, shows disc-like, so we call it as discoid. WBC, children, WBC has 2 lobes. It is said to be, yes, Vibhushita, bilobed or it is multilobed. One last example, Vorticella. Vorticella, it's a protozoan, children. एक ही सेल से बना हुआ एक ऑर्गेनिज्म है ये. It has C-shaped nucleus. How does it appear? It's like supposedly this is Vorticella. Inside you will find a C-shaped nucleus like this. This is the nucleus. This is a nucleus, C-shaped. It's a protozoan. It can locomote. तो ये उसका flagella है. ठीक है? Further, children, let's talk about the structure of your nucleus. When you view the nucleus in a phase that is called interphase, during interphase, you will find, first thing, That's called nuclear envelope. Second thing, that is the nucleoplasm. Children, what is cytoplasm? The fluid material or the matrix present in the cell. वैसे nucleus के अंदर also you have a material that's called nucleoplasm, also called karyoplasm, also called karyolymph. Thirdly, nucleolus. Fourthly, chromatin. These are the internal part or internal structure of your nucleus, forms a part of internal structure of your nucleus, seen during interphase. So interphasic nucleus shows all these components. Please let me know when can I change the slide. Vibhushita will be talking about it in detail. Nuclear envelope is the covering of the nucleus. Chaliye. On my next slide, slide number 19 here. We'll be talking first about, acha, ye jo 4 structures I have mentioned over here, I'll be discussing all 4 of them in detail now. Starting with the first one, that's your nuclear envelope. Envelope is something which is always present in the periphery. It is something which is present surrounding the nucleus. So what you see over here is your nuclear envelope, the one which is present around the nucleus or the one which surrounds the nucleus. Can I say that this kind of boundary which is present surrounding the nucleus is the one which is going to separate the external environment, that is of cytoplasm, from this nucleus content? Right? Nice. It separates nucleus from, I'll talk about, विभूषिता बेटा आप एक काम किया करो, जब लेक्चर में बैठते हो ना 2 चम्मच पेशेंस लेकर बैठा करो, पीकर 2 चम्मच बस. External environment is basically cytoplasm. ठीक है? Now this nuclear envelope is made up of 2 components. Component number 1, that is said to be nuclear membrane. So in this diagram, can you all see that we have this as the outer membrane of the nucleus and this one as the inner membrane of the nucleus? Is it prominently visible to all? है ना? So your nuclear envelope firstly contains your nuclear membrane, and we have two of them. One that is said to be the outer membrane and the other one that is said to be the inner membrane. बहुत चिंदी सा point लगेगा तुम लोगों को, but it's important. Can I say the outer membrane is the one which faces cytoplasm and connects to ER? Endoplasmic reticulum explain करते वक्त I had told you ER is present in continuity with the nuclear membrane. So my first point over here, it faces cytoplasm and connects to ER, endoplasmic reticulum. Inner membrane, simple, faces nucleoplasm. Acha, let me focus in again. Is there any space present between the outer and inner membrane? Can you see some space present? Can I say that the space is present around the nucleus? Around ke badle can I say periphery to the nucleus? And can I call the space as perinuclear space? Very smart. There is some space present between the outer and the inner membrane, and the space is said to be perinuclear space. Where is it? Present. Children, this is between outer membrane and inner membrane. Samjha? My first component, nuclear membrane, done. Now I'm proceeding towards my second component here. That is nuclear pore. Children, is there anything which would ever want to travel from nucleus to outside, that is in the cytoplasm, or from cyto to nucleus? ऐसा transport होता रहेगा क्या? है ना? Very nice. होता ही है, definitely होता है. तो चलिए, let me focus in the diagram again. Everyone, listen to me very carefully. Can I say that this is the outer membrane? This is the inner membrane. Agreed? Keep on responding. I won't zoom out. I will not let you write. Can I also say that there are some junctions wherein the outer membrane and inner membrane are meeting? Again, the outer membrane and the inner membrane are meeting. This fusion of outer and inner membrane, has it created some space? Has it created some space? The space can be called as pore. P-O-R-E, pore. Pore seen in the nuclear envelope or the nuclear membrane would be called as nuclear pore. Agreed and understood? अच्छा जी, तुम लोगों को नहीं लगता है कि ये जो pore रहेगा, as I have showed the arrows, are the ones which is going to allow or disallow entry or exit of molecules? It may also disallow. अगर कोई टॉक्सिन चीज अंदर आना चाह रही है, ये न्यूक्लियर पोर उसको स्टॉप कर सकता है. कोई यूजफुल चीज अगर बाहर जाना चाह रही है तो उसको भी वो ब्लॉक कर सकता है. So, Vibhushita, is it freely permeable? Is it going to allow anyone to come inside, take an exit? No. It is going to select the molecules which should be coming in or which should be going out. Nahi, Vibhushita. If it is selecting the molecule, it can't be called as semi-permeable. It would be called selectively permeable. It is selecting. Samjha? Everyone? Nice. I'm not yet writing anything. I'll just quickly revise what I said. Outer and inner membrane are fusing with each other, leading to formation of certain pores. These pores are called nuclear pore, which is going to control the passage of substances in and out. It is selectively permeable. Up the question arises, ma'am, how or what makes it selectively permeable? who is going to have a control who is coming in or who is going out. So इसी चीज के लिए answer my question. Who controls the digestion of your body? Controls मतलब regularizes. Can I say enzymes? कोई है? मेरी आवाज पहुंच रही है आप तक? हाँ जी. एंजाइम्स केमिकली क्या है? कम ऑन. Proteins, Vibhushita. Enzymes are chemically proteins. Is there anybody in your body which is going to be the defense system of your body? WBC? अच्छा, उससे भी better word होता है बेटा immunity. क्योंकि सिर्फ WBC is not a component of your immune system. और भी चीजें होती हैं. And this entire content which is made is again protein. Who helps in passage of oxygen throughout your body? RBC. Right? वो भी हीमोग्लोबिन है. हीमोग्लोबिन क्या है? वो भी प्रोटीन. दिस इज HB हीमोग्लोबिन. वो भी प्रोटीन है. Who is going to regularize your sugar level? Insulin. वो भी प्रोटीन है. There are multiple more kind of hormones which is going to regulate your body's growth. Those hormones are also proteinaceous in nature. You have your muscular movement. Your muscles move. Who is helping in the movement? Actin, myosin नाम सुना है तुम लोगों ने? वो लोग कौन है? वो लोग भी प्रोटीन है. मतलब भाई साहब अपने बॉडी में मेजर फंक्शन कौन कर रहा है? प्रोटीन. कौन रिकॉग्नाइज कर सकता है कि भाई खाने में कार्बोहाइड्रेट आया, सेंड अमाइलेज टू डाइजेस्ट इट. खाने में प्रोटीन आया, सेंड प्रोटीएज टू डाइजेस्ट इट. खाने में लिपिड आया, सेंड लाइपेज टू डाइजेस्ट इट. हु आर दीज? These are all enzymes and these are all protein. Every time, what I'm saying is every time you have your proteins which are working a lot. Have you heard that digestion में सबसे पहले कार्ब्स को खाया जाता है? मतलब कार्ब से एनर्जी डिराइव किया जाता है. सबने सुना है ऐसा? फिर लिपिड से डिराइव किया जाता है एनर्जी. एंड लास्ट में प्रोटीन. Agreed? Nice. The amount of energy that 1 gram of carbs can give is same as protein. फैट में ज्यादा एनर्जी मिलता है. तो भी बॉडी क्यों पहले कार्ब्स फिर फैट्स और फिर प्रोटीन को यूज करता है एनर्जी डिराइव करने के लिए? क्योंकि प्रोटीन बहुत सारा काम करने वाला है. एज वी डिस्कस जस्ट नाउ, एक्टिन मायोसिन बनाएगा, एंजाइम बनाएगा, हीमोग्लोबिन बनाएगा, इंसुलिन बनाएगा, बहुत सारा काम करेगा. इसका मतलब क्या है कि भाई प्रोटीन को रहने दो, प्रोटीन लास्ट डाइजेशन में लेंगे. अगर कार्ब्स और फैट्स नहीं बचा तो डाइजेशन में लेंगे. चिल्ड्रन प्लीज डोंट टेक मी रॉन्ग. ऐसा नहीं कि प्रोटीन लास्ट में डाइजेस्ट होता है. प्रोटीन से एनर्जी लास्ट में डिराइव करेंगे. ऑक्सीडेशन ऑफ प्रोटीन occurs at the end. Am I making sense? Are you understanding? Nice. So our story started over here. Who controls this? तो भाई साहब इधर भी can you see that there are some blue colored rings? अच्छा पहले बता दूं ये है क्या तुम लोग के लिए, सिर्फ और सिर्फ तुम लोग के लिए. I am relating it with the above diagram. If you remember, there was this nuclear pore. This nuclear pore will have a ring-like structure. In fact, two rings. 2D image में I can just show you one ring. एक ring इसके नीचे है. This ring-like structure is the one which is going to regulate entry or exit of substances from the nucleus. कुछ समझा? Public, what is this ring made up of? It's made up of protein. ठीक है, चलो. Let me write my first point here. Nuclear pore. This is nuclear membrane. It controls the passage of substances. Children, कौन से substances are going to move in and move out very frequently? It's your RNA as well as protein. Nextly, it is selectively permeable. Nuclear pore. Is guarded by ring-like structure of, we call it specifically nucleoplasmic protein. Children, है वो प्रोटीन ही, बट वो न्यूक्लियोप्लाज्म को गार्ड कर रहा है, हम उसको बुलाएंगे न्यूक्लियोप्लाज्मिक प्रोटीन. I've mentioned a word over here, complex pore. मैंने complex क्यों बोला उसको? Because the pore has this ring. अकेला pore नहीं present है, उसमें regularize करने के लिए एक ring present है. Children, biology में ना ring को we call it as annuli. Have you heard of this word annuli before? Annuli means ring. I'm telling you all, annuli means ring. Annelida सुना है? Annelida कैसा दिखता है? उसके बॉडी, उसके सरफेस के ऊपर कोई रिंग्स है क्या? है ना? So biology is very simple. We relate terms. That is the reason why they have been called annelids. So children, nuclear pore along with annuli. Annuli, अपने reference के लिए bracket में I'm writing ring, is called nuclear pore complex. A very important question. Nuclear pore complex is formed of what? It is formed of the pore along with the annuli. Please make a note of it. 1 minute. Shall we continue? Chaliye. So on our next slide, slide number 20. We'll be discussing about nucleoplasm. Children, this term nucleoplasm was given by Strasburger. And if I talk about nucleoplasm ka consistency, the thickness, it is far more denser than cytoplasm. Do you understand this? अगर cytoplasm semi-fluid है, तो nucleoplasm is more towards semi-solid. Children, you want me to give any example to explain this, or is it clear? It's transparent, semi-solid, granular. Semi-solid matlab Dhruv, it is going to be more towards solid nature. Semi-fluid would be more towards a liquid nature. Dhruv, अगर मैं classic difference की तुम लोग को बात करूं, I don't know how many of you all can relate to it, but cow's milk का curd and buffalo milk का curd is different. I don't know. तुम लोग को पता है ये बात? Buffalo milk is more fatty. तो उसका जो कर्ड बनता है वो ज्यादा डेंस होता है टेक्सचर में इन कंपैरिजन टू काउ मिल्क का कर्ड. सो काउ मिल्क का कर्ड इज मोर लाइक अ साइटोप्लाज्म एंड बफेलो मिल्क का कर्ड इज मोर लाइक द न्यूक्लियोप्लाज्म. ध्रुव, अब क्लियर है? गाढ़ा ज्यादा होता है. ओके चिल्ड्रन, व्हाट वुड दिस न्यूक्लियस कंटेन इंटरनली? डीएनए, आरएनए. DNA, RNA are acidic in nature. So nucleoplasm also should have some affinity towards acidic nature thing. It is slightly acidophilic. It likes acid. It contains what all things? It contains nucleotide. It contains nucleoside. I'm not explaining these terms. We have discussed it, right? ATP. It contains protein. It may also have some enzymes. ये सब चीज present. Now let's discuss about nucleolus. Children, nucleolus is spherical in shape, as you can see in this diagram also. This is your nucleolus, this is your nucleolus. It is not bound by any membrane. It is non-membranous. Also, nucleolus is the exact place where rRNA is made, ribosome is made. So it is the site for synthesis rRNA, ribosome, Atharva. Outer membrane is connected, beta. Outer membrane, pore nahi. Further, children, tell me, what is the function of ribosome? We have discussed it before. What is the function? It is a site of dash. Come on, answer. Protein synthesis. Very nice, Moksh. अगर कोई भी ऐसा सेल है जो बहुत ज्यादा प्रोटीन सिंथेसिस में इन्वॉल्व है, तो उसको नंबर ऑफ राइबोसोम ज्यादा चाहिए कि कम चाहिए? अगर वो प्रोटीन सिंथेसिस में इन्वॉल्व है विभूषिता, it has to have more number of ribosome, more number of ribosome, more number of rRNA, more would be the number of nucleolus. Again, we didn't know this before, but nucleolus also in a nucleus can be more in number or even of a larger size. सुना समझा? कुछ कंपल्सरी नहीं है, दैट एक सेल में एक न्यूक्लियस हो और वो एक न्यूक्लियस के अंदर एक ही न्यूक्लियोलस हो. इट्स नॉट कंपल्सरी. यू मे हैव more than one nucleoli, or you may have a larger nucleolus in a particular nucleus. समझा? अब कौन से कंडीशन में तुम लोग को वो ज्यादा नंबर में या ज्यादा बड़ा साइज में मिलेगा? When it is involved in protein synthesis. The cell is involved in protein synthesis. Have larger and many nucleoli. Lastly, most cells have only one nucleolus. चलिए, let me know when can I change the slide. Should be done by now. Let's proceed further. Ribosomal RNA. Vibhushita? Yes, Prajna, it is quite dense. Chaliye. Moving on towards our 21st slide. So, guys, we were supposed to discuss some things. Nuclear envelope done, plasm done, nucleolus done. And now I'll be talking about chromatin. On my slide number 21, chromatin material. This term chromatin was given by Fleming. Now, children, when your cell is not dividing, when your cell is preparing for division. That phase is called dash. I'm sure everyone knows it. It is not dividing, but it is preparing to divide. No, Moksha, you're wrong. Right, Aditya? Shreya, absolutely wrong. Disha, Siddhi are correct. And even Moksha now. Children, when the cell is dividing, it is under the phases like prophase, metaphase, anaphase, telophase. When it is not dividing but preparing for division, it is in a phase that's called interphase. My next question to you all. In which phase, इस वाले में या इस वाले में, will you find the chromosome to be present like this? Pro, meta, ana, telo ki interphase? Priyansh is wrong. Prajna is right. Dhruv is right. Right. Prajas. So when actually cells are dividing, at that point of time, you find the chromosome to be condensed like this. But when it is not dividing, when it is preparing for division, that is at interphase, you will find the chromatins to be arranged like this, thread-like. Exactly what is shown in this diagram. Dikh raha hai? Can't you see these thread-like structures present? So, can I say at interphase, it is quite loose and indistinct network of nucleoprotein fibers. This is what is called chromatin. Okay. Now, what does your chromatin contain? Children, your chromatin is not only made up of your, wait a second. Chromatin contains, yeah. It is not only made up of your DNA, it's made up of RNA also. It contains RNA. It contains something called histone protein. It also contains something called non-histone protein. These are said to be the packaging protein. Packaging protein, the one which helps in packing substances. Stop writing. Stop writing, please. Right now, if I'm seeing the nucleus के अंदर का material like this, why would it take up the shape of this? Why? Tell me. From a thin fiber thread-like structure, why would it condense to form this? You're right, Moksh, to divide. Very nice. Perfect. Prajna and Vibhushita. But what helps in it? Don't you think that इसमें से कुछ amount of water निकलेगा तो वो thicker and shorter होता जाएगा? And then you would require some proteins like histone and non-histone, which is going to help in chromosome to take up this shape. आई बात समझ में? नहीं? Yes, okay. चल, I'll give you one more example. थोड़ा शायद clarity मिलेगा. Stop writing. दिवाली lights. दिवाली आ रही है. दिवाली के कुछ दिन पहले से तुम लोग को बोला जाएगा, दिन में 10 बार मम्मी बोलेंगी आपको लाइट्स लगा दो, लाइट्स लगा दो, लाइट्स लगा दो. 4-5 बार, 4-5 दिन में 10 बार बोला जाएगा ईच डे. फिर जब फाइनल डे आएगा कि भाई आज लाइट चालू करनी है, उस दिन तुम्हारे अंदर की वो व्हाटएवर जोश आएगा तुम लोग को, और तुम लोग लाइट्स लगा दो बालकनी में, खिड़की पे, वेरेवर. लाइट्स लगा दिए, दिवाली हो गई. दिवाली होने के बाद में तुम लोग को बहुत रिपीटेडली फिर से रिमाइंडर दिया जाएगा, लाइट निकालो, लाइट निकालो, अगले दिवाली तक रखना है क्या, लाइट निकालो. ये चलता रहेगा काफी दिन तक. फिर एक दिन बहुत खुद के ऊपर ऐसे जबरदस्ती करके तुम लोग वो लाइट्स निकालो. तुमने लाइट निकाला, वायर के साथ लाइट ऐसे तुम लोग ने ग्राउंड पे सरफेस पे रख दी, एंड वो बहुत ज्यादा एंटेंगल दिख रहा है, एंड यू नो दैट यू आर सपोज टू यूज इट फॉर द नेक्स्ट दिवाली नेक्स्ट ईयर, तो तुम लोग को उसको प्रॉपरली पैक करके रखना पड़ेगा। नहीं तो ऐसे तो उसको रख नहीं सकते, बहुत गंदा एंटेंगल हो जाएगा, अगले साल हेडेक फिर तुम लोग को, बिकॉज दैट इज द ओनली वर्क दैट यू डू इट रेस्पॉन्सिबली, राइट, ड्यूरिंग दिवाली। नहीं, वो भी नहीं करते। सो हम लोग ने क्या सोचा कि भाई चलो इसको अच्छी तरह से पैक करके रख देते हैं। अब पैक करने के लिए तुम लोग ने क्या किया, यू ऑल टुक अ न्यूज़पेपर। तुम लोग ने न्यूज़पेपर को ऐसे सिलेंड्रिकल शेप में बना लिया, एंड वायर को इसके आजू बाजू ऐसे ऊपर नीचे ऐसे लाइट के साथ वाले वायर को कॉइल अप कर दिया। एंटेंगल होएगा, नॉट्स आएंगे नहीं आएंगे, डिपेंड्स। और चाहिए होगा तुम लोग ने दूसरा पेपर ले लिया, और फिर उसको भी ऐसे फोल्ड करके उसके ऊपर तुम लोग ने इसको कॉइल अप कर दिया। यस, ओवर हियर चिल्ड्रन, द वायर इज योर डीएनए, एंड द न्यूज़पेपर जिसके ऊपर तुमने कॉइल किया, दैट इज व्हाट इज कॉल्ड हिस्टोन प्रोटीन एंड इवन नॉन हिस्टोन प्रोटीन। कुछ बात समझ में आ रही है? इससे पहले वायर ऐसे पड़ा हुआ था अपने ग्राउंड सरफेस पे, जमीन पे ऐसे पड़ा हुआ था। दिस इज योर क्रोमैटिन। You have packed the chromatin on the newspaper, on a folded newspaper, and you have condensed. पहले कैसे एकदम elongated structure था, अब isn't it more condensed or more organized? And is the concept also clear? Nice. So children, that's what I meant by saying packaging protein. So these are basically the newspaper thing that you use, and the DNA is your light, the wire. Now to view this particular DNA or view chromatin under the microscope, again we will require a stain. It is stained using a stain called Fuelgen. अब ये जो Fuelgen है, ये stain use करने के बाद में I could see inside the nucleus two regions. One region which is pretty darkly stained, काफी dark दिख रहा है मेरे को, and the other region which is quite light in color, which is very lightly stained. अब क्रोमैटिन वो का वही है, बट फिर भी मेरे को कुछ डार्कली स्टेन्ड रीजन दिखाई दे रहा है, कुछ लाइटली स्टेन्ड रीजन दिखाई दे रहा है. द डार्कली स्टेन्ड रीजन इज सेड टू बी heterochromatin, and the lightly stained region is said to be euchromatin. So children, chromatin can be further classified into two subtypes, heterochromatin and euchromatin. Hetero is darkly stained and euchromatin is lightly stained. Later on scientists ने इसके ऊपर और रिसर्च किया तो we got to know that metabolically, मतलब एक्टिविटी दिखाता है कि नहीं, इसको हम लोग मेटाबॉलिज्म बोलते हैं, राइट. Metabolically your heterochromatin is inactive and your euchromatin is metabolically active. मतलब entire content of chromatin material that you see over here, entire chromatin material that you see over here, is it active, children? मतलब कुछ रीजन है जो काम कर रहा है, दैट इज एक्टिव, दैट इज यूक्रोमाटिन, और कुछ रीजन है जो काम नहीं कर रहा है. समझ में आई बात? अच्छा, कैसे याद रखोगे, बिकॉज कंफ्यूजन तो होगा. टेल मी, यूकैरियोट का यू मतलब क्या होता है? आई हैव डिस्क्राइब्ड इट चिल्ड्रन. यू मींस ट्रू. ट्रू क्रोमैटिन आप किसको बोलोगे? ट्रू क्रोमैटिन किसको बोलोगे? जो इनएक्टिव है या जो एक्टिव है, राइट? अब याद रह जाएगा एवरीबॉडी. यूक्रोमैटिन इज अ ट्रू क्रोमैटिन. ठीक है. 30 seconds. Please copy. Moksh, chrome is color. It readily takes in the stain. That's why we use the word chrome. Prajna's doubt is very legit. Why even do we have this heterochromatin region if it is not working? I'll explain it on my next slide, beta. Children, I hope everybody is messaging on the other device. जहाँ पे लिखा है message here. Everyone has completed? Okay. Now let's come to Prajna's doubt. Why do we have this heterochromatin? Now, children, tell me, have you all ever visited some mela type of thing? अब तो बहुत जमाना हो गया. उसमें ऐसे वो बलून्स नहीं होते जिसको शूट करना होता है. And if you shoot a particular colored balloon or something, you would be given some prize. ऐसा कुछ था, है ना? Yeah. And उसको shoot करना बहुत difficult भी है, right? It could be smaller in size or lesser, or it would be, see, it would be somewhat like this. There would be bigger balloons, more in number, like this, and you are supposed to shoot the smaller ones, which are lesser in number and which are more spread out. Now tell me, किसको shoot करना easy है? Blue balloons, bigger ones, or the white smaller ones? Bigger ones, right? Children, जो तुम लोग shoot कर रहे हो, उसको मैं relate कर रही हूँ with something called mutation. Heard of mutation? Even if you all have not, लेकिन अभी as in पिछले 1.5 साल में तो mutation सुना ही होगा. COVID got mutated, the coronavirus got mutated, there has been a change, vaccines will not be able to work against it. There are different places with different mutant varieties. Yeah. So children, right, Atharva, the changes which happen very quickly, that's what is called mutation. अब अगर mutation होना है, and this is your entire genetic material, like you were able to shoot the blue bigger balloons easily, mutation भी bigger regions पे easily होएगा. Am I right? And ये छोटा छोटा जो DNA का या क्रोमोसोम का जो सेगमेंट रहेगा, इस पे म्यूटेशन होने का प्रोबेबिलिटी थोड़ा कम है. आई एम नॉट सेइंग कि इस पे म्यूटेशन हो नहीं सकता, बट द प्रोबेबिलिटी इज लेस. Am I right with it? Children, the region that you see, which is bigger, is heterochromatin region, and the smaller one is euchromatin. This kind of chromatin material is present in humans. It is not seen in a bacteria. इसी वजह से बैक्टीरिया तो इजीली फटाफट म्यूटेट हो जाता है. इसी रीजन की वजह से तो फार्मेसी कंपनीज चलती हैं. फार्मास्यूटिकल इंडस्ट्री क्या काम करता है? दवाइयां बनाने का. अगर दुनिया में जितना बैक्टीरिया वो सब आइडेंटिफाई होकर उसके अगेंस्ट मेडिसिन बन चुके हैं, तो व्हाई डू वी स्टिल नीड अ फार्मास्यूटिकल इंडस्ट्री? दैट्स ओनली बिकॉज बैक्टीरिया डू नॉट हैव हेटेरो और यूक्रोमैटिन. दे हैव ऑल यूक्रोमैटिन रीजन. मतलब जो भी म्यूटेट होएगा, यू पे म्यूटेशन होएगा. यू एक्टिव है कि इनएक्टिव है? एब्सोल्युटली एक्टिव है. अगर इसमें म्यूटेट हो गया तो वो फिनोटिपिक एक्सप्रेशन में दिखेगा कि नहीं दिखेगा? बिकॉज इट इज एक्टिव, डेफिनेटली दिखेगा. समझ रहे हो? बट इफ इन केस इन ह्यूमंस heterochromatin region में if there is a mutation, will it be reflected in the individual? No. Why? Because heterochromatin is not active. It is inactive. You are absolutely right, Prajna. We can say that heterochromatin is like a shield which protects from mutation. Again, I never said that euchromatin में mutation होने का chances 0% है. बिल्कुल नहीं. Chances है कम. Got that? Prajna, I hope your doubt is clear. Also, again, for your reference and for your understanding, this is a cell. No, this is a nucleus. Inside this nucleus, you have this chromatin material. You would be adding up some histone proteins to it. You would also add up some non-histone proteins. And what you get is this packaged or compactly arranged chromatin material. समझा सबको? Okay. Did I give time to write this slide? Slide number 21. Have we completed it? Okay. 10 seconds. अच्छा हाँ ये diagram के लिए. Did you all receive the assignments which I have shared? Genetics का और I don't remember. Photo rescue का तो पहले कर दिया था. Which was the last assignment you received? Genetics and photo. ठीक है. आजकल मैं I'll send cell का. चलिए. Vibushita done. This is an extra slide. You need not even take the screenshot. 20 seconds. Guys, here I'll be talking about types of chromosome. Children, can you all see this structure, this red dot here, everywhere? This red dot is said to be centromere. Can we see that the position of centromere is varying in every chromosome here? Here it is right in the center. Here center से थोड़ा ऊपर या नीचे भी आ सकता है. इस डायग्राम में ऊपर की तरफ गया है. मतलब basically it is away from the center. This is also away from the center and more close to the end of chromosome. And this is at the end. So depending on the position of centromere, we have classified chromosomes as metacentric when it is right in the center, submetacentric away from the center, acrocentric towards the end, telocentric at the end or closest to the end. अब इस चक्कर में क्या हो जाता है पता है? अपने पास दो टाइप के दो डिफरेंट लेंथ के क्रोमोसोम्स आते हैं. Like if you see this and this, can you identify that the arm length is shorter than the opposite side of it? Perfect. This is said to be P arm. And over here, this is longer. So we call this one as Q arm. It's important, children, for us to know. There's something called arm ratio. It's basically ratio of length of long arm to short arm of chromosome. शायद दिमाग में आया है, नहीं आया है, आई डोंट नो. व्हाई इज दिस शॉर्ट आर्म कॉल्ड एज पी आर्म? शॉर्ट आर्म इज पी and the long arm is Q. P stands for petite. Petite का मतलब होता है small और short. And उसी के रेफरेंस P को लेते हुए नेक्स्ट लेटर सिलेक्ट किया गया था Q. Q doesn't stand for anything. ठीक है? So types of chromosome, basis of classifying, position of centromere. And these are the four types. It is P, small p, कर्सिव में लिखा है मैंने. कौन है? अमोघ. ये स्मॉल p है, कर्सिव में लिखा है. बीटा नहीं है बेटा वो. तुम लोग को मैथ्स वालों को कहीं भी ये सब दिखता है, अल्फा बीटा गामा डेल्टा ही दिखता है. अथर्व, कभी कभी एक छोटा पी आम हो सकता है. Prashna, we just have 46 chromosomes and accordingly we have predetermined सबका ratio. चलिए. Now let's talk about the structure of chromosome and let's understand some things which we never knew. I'm talking about structure of chromosome in detail. First thing, if you want to study the chromosomes of your body, of your cell, you cannot view it anytime. You have to specifically select one phase that's called metaphase of your cell division. सिद्धि त्रिवेदी, ओ माय गॉड, आई एम फ्लैटर्ड पूरी तरह से. अभी भी ले सकते हो बेटा आप बायो, कोई तकलीफ नहीं है. यू फ्रॉम विच सेंटर सिद्धि? बोरिवली, अच्छा. ओके. चलो गाइस, अभी हम लोग कुछ ऐसी बातें पढ़ने वाले हैं जो हमने कभी नहीं पढ़ा है, हमको पता ही नहीं था कैसी अलग अलग चीजें हैं। कैन यू प्लीज टेल मी व्हाट इज द डिफरेंस बिटवीन these two structures that I'm drawing? चलिए, what is the difference? Nice, Aditya and Priyansh. Good attempt. रजस, पेटल यार, पेटल कैसे बुलाएगा तू उसको? फ्लावर है। अच्छा, for those who have attempted, good attempt. Quite close to what the fact is. Now tell me one thing. If I have one single cell here and I'm supposed to form two cells out of it after cell division, tell me the content going inside the second cell or the two daughter cells should be same or different, equal or unequal? सेम, इक्वल होना चाहिए ना। तो अगर इसके पास 46 क्रोमोसोम्स है और मैं कर रही हूँ माइटोसिस, तो डॉटर सेल्स के पास भी 46 क्रोमोसोम होना चाहिए। ध्रुव एंड विभूषिता, क्या किया तुम लोग ने? एंड अथर्व, अभी ऊपर तो तुम लोग ने इक्वल 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 लिखा है भाई। विभूषिता 46 पेयर मतलब 92 क्रोमोसोम, द सेल वुड बी abnormal बेटा। You should have told 23 pair. What I'm asking y'all is the amount of chromosome. If it is 46 over here, should be 46 and 46 over here also. बोलो सिद्धि बेटा. It should be the same. Everybody agrees to it. Nice. अगर मैं आपको ये बोल रही हूँ, ध्यान से सुनिएगा, अगर मैं आपको ये बोल रही हूँ कि this is one DNA, this DNA is compactly arranged to form this chromosome. This DNA is compactly arranged to form this chromosome in the mother cell. All this thing has happened in one cell. It's थोड़ा difficult, लेकिन मैंने स्क्वायर बना दिया ये एक सेल को दिखाने के लिए। इससे दो सेल्स जो बनेंगे, shouldn't they also have, guys, 1 second, for clarity I'll use my next slide, नहीं तो इधर तुम लोग कंफ्यूज हो जाओगे। चलिए, I said that I have this particular DNA और ये DNA को मैंने इस क्रोमोसोम में कॉम्पैक्टली अरेंज किया। इतना समझ गया सबको? कॉम्पैक्टली अरेंज करने के लिए वी डू हैव histone and non-histone proteins. Now this is my mother cell. This mother cell is going to form how many daughter cells? Two daughter cell is going to form two daughters, right? So before forming the two daughters, don't you think that the DNA is also supposed to get multiplied? DNA भी डबल होना चाहिए, है ना? DNA डबल होने का मतलब होता है कि भाई दिस इज माय DNA, इसका कंटेंट डबल हो गया मतलब दिस बिकेम लाइक दिस। सॉरी, ये समझ गए? ये दोनों DNA के जो स्ट्रक्चर्स हैं, ये लोग कॉम्पैक्टली अरेंज हो जाएंगे इसके ऊपर। कुछ पल्ले पड़ा? एवरीवन, एवरीवन, नाइस। सो दिस वाज द मदर ड्यूरिंग इंटरफेज। आई सेड यू ऑल राइट कि इंटरफेज इज अ फेज जब भी सेल डिविजन करने की तैयारी करता है, तो तैयारी में उसने क्या किया? DNA रेप्लिकेट करके रख दिया। फिर आया वो माइटोटिक फेज में। माइटोटिक फेज में जब ये आया, उसने दो डॉटर सेल्स बनाया एंड दो डॉटर सेल में agreed. So this is your mother cell, and mother cell and daughter cells are exactly same. Agreed. सिद्धि थोड़ा सा उल्टा जा रहे हो आप. थिंक अबाउट दिस ऑल्सो हैपेंस बिफोर इट. अच्छा, now coming back to my previous slide. Children, when I talk about this structure, it is said to be one chromatid. This is said to be two chromatids. Now tell me, can I call this one as a chromosome? Can I call it as a chromosome? Yes. Can I call this one also as a chromosome? Yes, perfect. Very nice, Siddhi. So, can I say that this is a chromosome and even this is a chromosome, but the farak is this chromosome has one chromatid and this chromosome has, complete my statement. Everybody, crystal clear, no confusion. अच्छा, अब एक और बात मैं फ्री में बता रही हूँ तुम लोग को. ये जो इंटरफेस है ना, इंटरफेस, इसमें कुछ और फेजेस होते हैं. दैट्स ओके सिद्धि, यहाँ पे काफी बच्चे ऐसे हैं जो बीच बीच में आके कुछ भी टाइप करते जाते हैं. इट्स एब्सोल्युटली ओके. आई एम नॉट इवन रीडिंग दोज मैसेजेस. चिल्ड्रन, इंटरफेज में जैसे माइटोसिस में प्रो मेटा एना टेलो है, इंटरफेज हैज G1 फेज, S फेज एंड G2 फेज. ये तीन फेजेस. उसमें से डीएनए रेप्लिकेशन occurs during S phase. So what step we saw right now is actually occurring in which phase? S phase. तो मैं इधर लिख दूं. Agreed and understood? I'll call this as, sorry, I'll call this as one chromatid. I'll call this one as two chromatids. Right, Siddhi? G1 and G2 are the growth phases. Growth phase number 1, growth phase number 2. Whatever mentioned on slide number 23, is it clear? Is it clear? अब बोलो पहले, फिर लिखिएगा. कोई डाउट है तो पूछ लो. All right. So now I'm describing chromatid in detail. Please answer which phase is the best phase to study chromosomes. Meta. Perfect. So at metaphase, सेल डिविजन पढ़ा है बचपन में? पढ़ा है कि नहीं? ऑफ कोर्स याद ज्यादा नहीं रहेगा तुम लोगों को. आई डोंट इवन एक्सपेक्ट यू ऑल टू रिमेंबर एवरीथिंग, बट रफ आइडिया तो है सबको. ओके, आई विल बी यूजिंग सम रेफरेंस ऑफ इट. आई एम राइटिंग व्हाटएवर आई हैव एक्सप्लेन्ड इट टू यू ऑल. अ क्रोमोसोम may have one chromatid or two chromatids. चलिए, important question. And to explain that, I'm taking you all to an extra slide. Please answer. Can I say best condensed chromosome कौन से फेज में दिखता है? मेटाफेज में. आदित्य, बेटा तूने अभी तो फर्स्ट पॉइंट लिखा ना. क्रोमोसोम्स आर क्लियरली विजिबल ड्यूरिंग मेटा. सो ये है तुम लोग का बेस्ट कंडेंस्ड मेटाफेज में क्रोमोसोम. बेस्ट टू बी स्टडीड. दिस इज हाउ इट्स गोइंग टू लुक लाइक इन मेटाफेज. कैन आई से प्रोफेज में उससे जस्ट पहले इतना कंडेंस नहीं है, तो इट्स गोइंग टू बी थोड़ा थिन थ्रेड लाइक स्ट्रक्चर, ऐसा कुछ है ना. गाइस, व्हाट हैपेंस आफ्टर मेटाफेज, ये तुम लोगों को याद होगा. व्हेनेवर यू हैव स्टडीड सेल डिवीजन, तुम लोगों को याद होगा. बताओ. हाँ ऑफ कोर्स एनाफेज होता है. वेरी गुड मोक्ष. मोक्ष हैज कम अप विद द आंसर. दिस इज ड्यूरिंग प्रोफेज. किसका स्प्लिटिंग? प्रजना, किसका स्प्लिटिंग? सेंट्रोमियर का. अगर सेंट्रोमियर स्प्लिट होता है तो कहना है इसे कि ये जो दो क्रोमेटिड है ये एक एक में कन्वर्ट हो जाएगा. मतलब it's going to appear like this. At the end of anaphase and even during telophase, you will find the chromosome to be like this. And उससे पहले प्रो और मेटा में तुम लोग को दिखेगा a chromosome with two chromatids, a chromosome with two chromatid. What was my last statement here? My last statement over here was a chromosome may have one chromatid or it may show two chromatids. Come on. Chromosome may have one chromatid or it may show two chromatids. Can I write this phases here? One chromatid during anaphase. Please ask. And telophase. Two chromatids during prophase and metaphase. S phase stands for synthesis phase beta. तो S phase में DNA का synthesis होता है मेजरली, इसलिए उसका नाम रख दिया S. Chromatid contains DNA, it contains histone, and it also contains non-histone. Also, it contains RNA. Please finish the slide and let me know. चलिए, this is an extra slide. You want to take the screenshot? I'll just label it as extra. Last में ले लीजिएगा screenshot आप. Let's move on towards our 24th slide. And guys, here I'll talk about centromere, also termed as primary constriction. Have I ever told you 1 degree can be called as primary, 2 degree as secondary? हाँ, ठीक. So, centromere, primary, also called primary constriction. It's basically a junction. It's a junction on which you have the chromatids being attached. The yellow color thing over here is your centromere. ठीक? My first point here. junction of chromatids is said to be centromere. Also, we have two discs which are made up of protein present around the centromere. So here we'll have two discs which can't be shown. दूसरा disc opposite side में रहेगा. That disc is said to be, labeling it with blue, kinetochore. अच्छा, याद है तुम लोग को सेल डिविजन जब भी पढ़ा तुमने स्पिंडल फाइबर सुना है. Spindle fiber comes and attaches to the centromere exactly at this region, at kinetochore. It is the attachment site for spindle fibers during cell division. Two protein disc is said to be kinetochore. Which helps in attachment for spindle fibers. During cell division. "30 seconds. Please finish it." Should be completed by now. Shall I proceed to the next slide? Just 2 more slides and then we are done with the eukaryotic cell. Sorry, Jeet. चलिए. Slide number 25. Now children, centromere को हमने एक term दे दिया था यहाँ पे, primary construction. Likewise, we also have on few chromosomes, we have something called secondary construction. चलिए. This is my centromere, the primary construction. Likewise, I have one more depression over here. This is the secondary construction. Not all chromosomes are going to show it. Only few of them are going to express this kind of construction. Okay. Secondary construction is also called NOR. NOR stands for nucleolar organizer region. Nucleolar organizer region. This nucleolar organizer region, that is NOR, is going to help in formation of nucleolus. It forms nucleolus. Okay. Also children, as I said, not every chromosome of your cell is going to show this kind of secondary construction. In humans, you have 23 pair of chromosomes. उसमें से the 13th one, the 14th one, the 15th one, 21st and 22nd. इतने ही chromosomes हैं जो ये secondary construction दिखाएंगे. Further, the next thing of great relevance is satellite. Can you see this yellow portion above the secondary construction? This is a part of chromosome beyond NOR or beyond secondary construction. Again, likewise, सारे के सारे क्रोमोसोम्स के ऊपर सेकेंडरी कंस्ट्रक्शन नहीं होता, वैसे ही सबके ऊपर सैटेलाइट भी नहीं होता. जैसे मैंने आपको मेंशन किया, there are 5 pair of chromosomes which show secondary construction. These are the ones which are going to show satellite also. ठीक है? Part of chromosome present beyond NOR. The chromosomes which have this kind of satellite is said to be SAT chromosome. Last point. Humans have this kind of SAT chromosome, which are 5 in number, 5 pairs. ठीक है? And the last thing on this slide is telomere. Children, which is the last phase of cell division? Perfect. Telophase. In fact, टेलो और टीलो का मतलब ही होता है end. So the telophase or the telophase is the last phase of cell division, and telomere is the last segment of your chromosome, or I can call it as ends of chromosome. Ends of chromosome is said to be telomere. Now, what is the function of this telomere? It is the one which is going to prevent fusion or sticking of chromosome to each other. You're right, Moksh. It prevents fusion of chromosome. And also, it is rich in guanine, a kind of nitrogen base that's called guanine. It has high amount of guanine. 1 minute. Chaliye, next slide. Should be done by now. Yes, Vibhushita, all of them have. Slide number 26. Okay. Now, children, anytime a pregnant woman in her entire duration of pregnancy is going to go for multiple tests. Some of them would be hormonal level test, some of them would be sonography, the physical test, some of them would be understanding the chromosomes of the fetus. Fetus is a growing baby inside the mother's womb. One such test that we perform is said to be cytogenetics test. साइटो मतलब सेल, जेनेटिक मतलब जीन. अब हम लोग उसमें क्या चेक करते हैं? हम लोग ये चेक करते हैं कि भाई हाउ इज द क्रोमोसोम अपियरिंग. वी आर जस्ट रिलेटिंग टू द अपियरेंस ऑफ द क्रोमोसोम एज इन द मॉर्फोलॉजी ऑफ क्रोमोसोम एंड नथिंग एल्स. क्या मॉर्फोलॉजिकली कोई डिफेक्ट दिखाई दे रहा है? क्योंकि अगर मॉर्फोलॉजिकली कुछ डिफेक्ट दिखाई दिया तो डेफिनेटली देयर वुड बी सम डिफेक्ट इन द बेबी. सो व्हेन यू स्टडी the morphology of all chromosomes, it is said to be karyotype. Morphology में क्या क्या आ सकता है? It could include number of chromosome. Check करो 46 है, 47 तो नहीं है, 45 तो नहीं है. Size of chromosome, कोई बड़ा छोटा chromosome तो नहीं है. Thirdly, position of centromere. As I said, centromere का position is predetermined. Every single pair of chromosome would have a predetermined position of centromere. Then nextly, length of the arms. P is to Q का रेशियो देखा था अपन ने, वो भी चेक करते हैं वो लोग. 13, 14, 15, 21, 22 का स्पेशलिटी ये है दैट दे हैव सेकेंडरी कंस्ट्रिक्शन. इज इट प्रेजेंट और नॉट प्रेजेंट इन दोज रिस्पेक्टिव क्रोमोसोम्स, वो भी वो लोग चेक करेंगे. Once all these things are checked, they would provide with something called as the report card. कोई भी टेस्ट कराते हो, सोनोग्राफी, एक्सरे फिल्म मिलता है, एक्सरे करवाया तो, सोनोग्राफी करवाया तो सोनोग्राम मिलता है तुम लोग को. एग्जैक्टली वैसे ही ये टेस्ट कराने के बाद में मिलता है समथिंग कॉल्ड ईडियोग्राम. व्हाट इज ईडियोग्राम? Ideogram is the diagrammatic representation. Now that you see in this diagram is actually ideogram. Okay, so ideogram is diagrammatic representation of karyotype. ठीक है. अब इसमें अगर तुम लोग गौर से देखोगे तो you will find that the chromosomes have been arranged in the decreasing order of their size. लास्ट वाले दोनों को छोड़ देना, कहीं ना कहीं डिक्रीज दिख रहा है, right? The last two chromosome that you see is the sex chromosome, XX or XY. So my next point, chromosomes are arranged in decreasing order of size. And lastly, sex chromosomes are placed at the end. सेक्स क्रोमोसोम सिद्धि दोनों XX भी और XY भी. ठीक है. Let's take the screenshots. We started with slide number 18. In our next lecture, we'll be talking about prokaryotic cell beta. 19th. Yes, Amog. 20th. ये तो
That's nice, Vibhushita. दिशा नेक्स्ट लेक्चर में प्रोकैरियोटिक सेल पहले करेंगे. It's an extra slide only for your reference. Vibhushita, all doubts clear? Whatever you had in between. That's all, children. In our next lecture, we'll do the prokaryotic cell. By then, please revise. No, Amog, I don't take college lectures, beta. College lectures, college teachers